If you are debating having children, please stop and listen. My dream since I was a little girl was to have a baby. I wanted to be a mom. All I ever wanted was one little girl, and I was going to name her Harley, and my dream was going to be, that was it. That was the dream. I actually was given my dream. I married everything I ever put on paper for a guy that I would want. He's that and more. And then I get pregnant, and I have a daughter. I have a girl. Oh my God. Dream come true. I was like, this is great. I have been severely disappointed with the dream. My husband works a lot more than he used to. So spending time with him, it's not like it used to be. I can't take a shit by myself. I can't eat when I want to. I can't go out and just get a Dunkin' whenever I want to. I can't film a video whenever I want to. I can't scream whenever I want to. I can't go to dinner whenever I want to. Dream bigger. Dream bigger. Do not try to make the family that you've always wanted. Don't even do it. Don't do it. Go travel, bitch. Go be hot. Go create your family with friends and experiences and yourself and your spirituality and nature. Because, hot take, it's not worth it. Do not have children. Do not do it to yourself. There is no return receipt. The rage I have inside of me, the depression and the wanting to I have inside of me, even with a supportive partner, even with a person that's your help, that's your village sometimes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It still fucking sucks. Because a baby, for many, 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 many years, not just a newborn, for many years, bitch, they are a parasite. And that means that they will not only suck every fucking thing of your energy, but they will also suck every ounce of your soul from your body. It fucking sucks. Most of the time it sucks. Don't do it. Do not do it.
Before having children, I seriously urge you guys to please consider the fact that you will never know happiness again. That's all there is to it. You won't. Every day fucking sucks. Every single day. Every single day. I would say 8 out of 10 days are bad days. If you are someone that values your house being clean or having a clean space, don't have children. If you are someone who values your sleep, don't have children. If you are someone who has issues with regulating your emotions, don't have children. If you are someone with not a lot of patience, don't have children. If you want any peace in your life, don't have children. Like, I'm so serious, guys, please. Like, not only does the world not need any more fucking children, and the economy doesn't need any more fucking children, you don't need a fucking child either, trust and believe, unless you want to look like this every single day of your fucking life.
I regret being a parent. Now, before you come for me, please hear me out. For the longest time, I didn't want kids. My husband and I were on the same page, and then we got to year 11 in our marriage, and through some discussions and things, we decided we did want to start a family. We changed our minds, as people do. And I think we went into it thinking that it might not even happen because we had some friends with fertility issues and things like that. So we thought maybe this might not even happen for us. So we're just going to go ahead and try anyway. Instead, it happened very quickly. And I think that kind of shocked us a bit. And for 2 straight weeks, I cried thinking about it because I was like, what have I done? I've ruined my plans. What am I doing? I got over it after the initial shock of it all. And then the pandemic hit and we had our daughter, and I thought, great, now this is not going at all as what I thought. And it was hard, but I love my daughter She is hilarious. She is so sweet. She's so smart, witty. I can be having the worst day ever, and she knows that, and she'll give me a hug, and she brightens every part of my day. And I love being her mom, and I love being a mom. But there were a lot of reasons why I didn't want kids. And one of those reasons was that I didn't want to bring a kid into a world that was declining as it is. And I don't know if this happens every generation. I don't know if every generation has thought, what am I bringing my kids into? But especially with the state of things as of late, I look into her eyes and how bright it is and how wonderful she sees everything. And I just think, what have I done? Because one day it's not going to be as bright for her. And look at everything that's happening. So in that respect, I regret being a parent, even though I love being a mom. And I just wanted to share that with you today, in case anybody else feels that way.
Be very, 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 very careful who you have a baby with. Be very careful who you let convince you and manipulate you and tell you that they love you more than anything. When I am telling you, it is one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your life. This is the first time in 10 months I have let her cry, and when I tell you it is unbearable, no matter which way you go about it, it is unbearable. You feel violently guilty no matter what you do. No matter what, I used to be such a happy person. I have been so reluctant to record this video because I don't want her to grow up and see it and get things twisted, because she is, without a doubt, the best thing in my life and always will be. But I used to be a completely different person. I physically cannot tell you enough how careful you should be and how important it is. You will never, don't let people tell you marriage and all that bollocks is more important. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I am telling you, nothing will determine your happiness. Nothing will impact your life as severely as who you decide to have a child with. It is fucking off the scale. And when I say I used to be happy, when this vicious little parasite first laid his eyes on me, he resented all of the things about me that I loved about myself and about my character. He fucking hated, and he couldn't wait to draw every one of them out of me, one by one. He hated how confident he was. He hated how outgoing I was. He hated how people responded to me so well. He hated my independence. He hated, how can you meet someone's daughter? How can you meet a stranger, someone's daughter who is just trying to live their life, and hate all of their good qualities and want to pull them out of them and take them from them one by one? Who is wired like that? I will never understand it. Never, ever, ever. I should have known when he so easily walked away from his 2 children that he already had to be with me, and of course twisted that completely and made it out as though, you know, the person that he had them with had made it that way, and he didn't want it that way. He wanted to still just be able to completely do her over and move on in an instant and still see his children that she had birthed from her body after being abused by him for so many years. How awful of her to not just say, here you go, you can still have them whilst getting on with your life, after completely wrecking mine for well over a decade, because that's what he did to her. And I don't know.
Somebody please tell me when having a baby gets easier, because the newborn phase is so hard. I feel so guilty for feeling this way, but I can't help it. I don't even have my baby right now. My mother-in-law took him for the night so that I can have a break, and I'm sitting here on my night off crying because I am so anxious, and I am already anticipating having to pick him up tomorrow and just do it all again. And he is so miserable 24/7 right now, and it scares me. I'm actually scared of my baby. I'm sitting in bed trying to relax, and my jaw is clenched, my fists are closed, I can't, my body is in fight or flight 24/7. I am,
When does this end?
The most unhappiest group of women who are mothers that I've ever seen are the ones who say they live their lives for their children. I have never seen a more unfulfilled, unhappy, and later on resentful person, especially if their kids did not grow up and return the favor. I have never subscribed to that. I heard that being said by women when I was a kid, and they all had the same energy for me. They were putting so much into their kids that there was nothing for them. Their entire world identity was based on their children, what joy their children bring them. Now, don't get me wrong, I am in love with my kids. I have never uttered that I live my life for my kids because my life was for me to live. They are a part of my life. I also think that that is why we have so many women that when their kids are grown, they start to resent them and they start to feel like they owe them something when those kids become adults and go on and have their lives and their mother is not the center of attention. The mothers often feel like they owe them, like, how dare you? I gave up my dreams. I gave up this. You should never be giving that up. And everybody's entitled to live their life and go after their dreams. And if your only aspiration is to be a mother, oh, that's a sign that, gotta check it. I don't know, is it just me?
I have a 4-month-old baby, and I regret becoming a mother. I had always wanted to be a mother. It was my lifelong dream. I looked at motherhood as my ultimate goal. I wanted a good relationship with my partner and a baby. I couldn't wait to be pregnant and feel the glow everyone talked about. And I couldn't wait to have a cuddly baby with whom to snuggle and coo at. I knew it would be hard too. The sleepless nights and the crying and the overwhelm. And I was so sure I was ready. My husband and I love each other. We're best friends, and before we had our baby, it was the happiest we had ever been. Pregnancy was a nightmare. I was constantly ill, swollen, and in pain. I couldn't wait for it to be over, but I also felt an insane amount of guilt for how much I hated being pregnant and the fact that I felt no connection to the baby. And then I had my baby 4 months ago, and it has been absolute hell on earth. My husband and I try to share the lead as equally as possible, but he works a lot more than I do. He takes care of me, but the distress I feel is inconsolable. My mother helps me, but I confess I've never been more unhappy. My baby is not calm or cuddly. I know babies cry. I know babies are hard, but even my PD said she's especially difficult. She had severe reflux for the first 3 months of her life, and then she had the sleep regression. She's not sick. She's healthy and beautiful, and I love her, but I wish I could go back and never have had her. Every day makes me want to peel my skin off. She cries nonstop all day, unless she's asleep. And with the regression, she barely sleeps at all. I've started shaking in terror every morning before I get up at the thought that I have to start it over. Every day is the same nightmare, and it feels like I'm in hell. And yes, she sometimes smiles at me, and she coos, and it swells my heart with love. And I kiss her chubby cheeks all day, and when she falls asleep in my arms, I want that moment to never end. But this experience has been so incredibly traumatizing and isolating. I've never felt more exhausted and miserable in my life. And my husband is so happy. He's such an involved and loving father. He's so supportive and helpful, and he's still my best friend. But my daughter is so all-consuming that we barely even have time to see each other. We've had sex once in almost 6 months, and it's not for lack of wanting. I feel like such an ugly, terrible person. It's not like I want her to be gone. It would be the most devastating thing that could ever happen. I just wish I had made a different choice. I hate my life now. I miss my old life. I wish I had never had my daughter. I wish I had never wanted to be a mom. I wish I had realized I was too weak to be a good mother. I feel like I am drowning.